Lord Eisen endowed me with this creative power I possess. But even with it, I could not become an Espada. You people are foolish. To try to stand against the great Espada is sheer folly. All the more.
I see you. It's over. Take this! Weak. Strike!
Strike back!
I will.
Strike
This! Here you are! A true pity.
Rukia, I'll take care of the small fry. You just focus on the main guy.
All right. Weak. It's over. Prepare. Here you are. It's over.
This is...
Unfortunately for you, it seems you've nearly reached the end. You're all but finished. If this ability of yours is to produce soldiers like fruit, the solution is simple. If I want to defeat you, all I have to do is freeze your fruit-bearing branches. Obviously, branches that are frozen won't be able to produce any fruit whatsoever. You really shouldn't have shown that ability to me.
Damn it.
What the?
Nonsense. You think that your friends will be able to save you? Do you really believe that? Are you that deluded?
Yes. When I first heard they'd come to save me, I felt a little happy. But at the same time, I was terribly sad too. I came here so that they wouldn't be put in harm's way. Why did they do it? Didn't they know I only wanted to keep them safe? But when I felt that Rukia had fallen, and when Ichigo was fighting so hard for me, I realized that I was wrong. I was short-sighted. I just wanted to make sure that Ichigo didn't get hurt. I just wanted everybody to be safe. When I had that thought, I realized, oh, I get it now. Those guys feel the same way that I do. If the situation were reversed, if any of them had disappeared like I did, I know that nothing would have stopped me. I would have gone after them too. I know that maybe I don't feel exactly the same way as they do, but even so, it's possible to care very deeply about the people who are important to you and to put your heart in sync with theirs. I guess to me, that's what it means to have one heart.
What? Heart? You humans toss that word around like it's nothing of significance at all, as if it's something that you can hold in the palm of your hand. This eye of mine reflects everything there is. There's nothing that it can't penetrate. What cannot be seen by it does not exist. That is what I have always believed. What is a heart? Can it be seen if I rip open this chest of yours? Or is the true heart elsewhere? If I crush your skull, will I find it in there?
Ichigo!
Step away from Orihime.
I intended to. The duty that I was given, and am resolved to see through, is to guard Las Noches until Lord Aizen returns. I wasn't presented with any orders to kill the girl, so I'm going to let her live, until otherwise ordered. But that doesn't apply to you. If I'm to fulfill my responsibility of protecting Las Noches, then that means killing you. So I won't hesitate to cut you down right where you stand.
I'm surprised. I didn't expect you to draw your sword so easily. I thought for sure that I was gonna have to do something to provoke you and make you draw it. So, does this mean that you actually recognize me as an equal?
It means I recognize you as someone who must be destroyed.
Works for me.
thing is, that girl was already one of us. Saving her now won't do anything to alter that fact in the slightest. There's no meaning in trying to rescue her now.
Yeah. Well, that's not for you to decide.
That is correct. It is for Lord Isaac to decide.
I'm fine. I can see it. I can react to it. Just because he's drawn his sword doesn't mean that he'll fight like a different person. It just means that he's got a longer reach now. Watch closely. Watch closely. Watch.
There's more. Do you follow me?
Is that it?
Do you like this?
Is that it?
Second.
As if. Is that
Do you like this?
Watch closely. I couldn't predict what you were gonna do the last time I fought you. Your attacks, defense, reactions, speed, direction. I couldn't read any of that before. I kinda felt like I was fighting against a stone statue. Is the reason that I'm able to predict those things because I'm closer to a hollow now? Or is it the other way around? Is it because you've become more human?
You think that I've become more human? I see. So, you're actually feeling pretty good about being able to fight at this level. Have I gotten that correct? It's so tender.
What's the matter? No big deal.
Hush. Is that all you can do?
I can't stop here.
So what? Get ready. Over here.
That's it.
Do you like this?
Let's go.
I was mistaken.
Oh, shut up, dog. All right, guess it's time to get going. Ugh, this is such a pain.
What are you doing?
What?
I'm asking you why you helped him.
Why? Because
Because he's your friend? Then, if that's the case, why didn't you protect him from the first strike? Why did you hesitate to act?
because
You don't know? All right then, I'll tell you. It's because you're...
Shut up. Who even cares about why she hesitated? Listen to yourself go on and on about pointless stuff. None of that matters at all. Thanks for stepping in, Orihime. But listen, it's dangerous here. You ought to go and take some cover.
Ichigo.
You know, I didn't realize that you were such a talker, Ulquiorra. I figured that you were more of the quiet type.
Ulquiorra! I came to give you a helping hand.
When did I ever say that I needed your help, Yami?
I fought that guy in Karakura Town.
Come on, give me a chance. It looks to me like that Soul Reaper kid's gotten pretty strong indeed. Just let me have a crack at him.
I see. Well, it looks like you've fully recovered by now. But still, you and your help are simply not needed here. So either get some sleep, or go and take care of the captains below.
Don't be so stingy, Ulquiorra.
You become quite greedy when you're in that state. It's a real failing of yours, Yami.
Who the devil are you? And where did you even come from?
Rodeo!
Even with all that power, I couldn't make a single dent. You're a tough one. But you better watch your step. I planted an anti-Arankar mine. A mad scientist gave it to me.
You little creep! Oh no!
Mala suerte. You have my sympathy. I broke several pillars on each floor on my way up here. You'll probably fall all the way down to the bottom.
Udio.
What? A question during battle? How unconventional. What do you want to ask me? Mayuri Kuratsuchi treated my wounds, but he treated Renji's first. That's the reason why I'm late. Mayuri gave me the mine. It explodes when an Arankar comes within range of its spiritual pressure sensor. I planted it in the ceiling of the floor below us. Anything else? You have doubts?
I never had any doubts in the slightest. But there you go, blabbing away. You really are a pain. Take care of Orihime. If her Rika isn't able to block my spiritual pressure, then it's up to you to protect her with your life.
You don't have to tell me to do that.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Ulquiorra. You ready? This is what you've been waiting so long to see. My holification.
What the?
That's Yami!
Yami? The Espada that Captain Hitsugaya mentioned?
That little creep! How dare he! All right, that's it. That four-eyed punk isn't gonna get away with this. He's finished. I'm gonna kill him.
Whoa! So what do we do now?
It came from above the dome.
That spiritual pressure. Is it Ichigo?
What in the hell? So that crappy little Soul Reaper had that gigantic spiritual pressure hiding in him all along. Ugh, and here I am stuck with a bunch of good-for-nothing, low-level fodder. It's ridiculous.
Don't let his size intimidate you. Let's hurry, take him down, and go pick up Ichigo.
Renji.
Huh? What's that nonsense you're mumbling about? You? Take me down? Little squirts like you? Don't make me laugh! Enrage! Ira!
What? What the? I don't get it. What the heck just happened?
Who said we 10 Espada bore the numbers 1 through 10? The numbers of the Espada are 0 to 9. I'm the only Espada whose number changes by storing energy for a full release. I'm Espada Zero, Yami Realgo! Whoa! What strength?
He may be huge, but as long as we don't get hit, we're good.
I told you to knock it off! Stop moving around so much!
What the?
Renji! Chad!
You're the last one, but I'll tell you, you were a handful. So then, how should I go about it? How should I kill you?
Wait! Damn it! How far is he gonna go? Wait! Is this Las Noches' canopy?
Yes. Under the canopy of Las Noches, there are two things which are expressly forbidden. The first is something that only the Espada employ. It's called Grand Rey Cero. The other prohibition is the release by Espada Beyond Cuatro. The use of both of them have been restricted because they are so powerful that they could potentially destroy all of Las Noches itself. It seems the time has come for me to unleash my power. In prison. Murcielago! Don't panic. Don't break your stance. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't let your guard down for even an instant.
As if is that it? So slow!
This will be over quickly.
What? What? So slow!
instinctively used Getsuga. That was a wise move. If you hadn't reacted the way that you did, then at this very moment, your head would be lying on the ground at my feet.
No way. That was too fast. How's that possible? I couldn't react to that at all. Not even in my hollified state.
Your holification abilities have increased noticeably. You're able to keep the mask on for a longer time, too. But I didn't think it would shatter so easily. How unfortunate. Ichigo Kurosaki, fire Getsuga. That's the point when you're at your most lethal. If Getsuga is your ultimate technique, then go on and fire it at me right here and right now. Go ahead. I'll show you which of us is stronger.
Give me a break. You don't have to tell me that. I was gonna do that anyway. No big deal. I will grant you this.
Do you like this? Look alive. This struggle is pointless. I didn't think you would shatter so easily.
Make it.
Do you understand now?
Focus.
Is that your full power?
Very good.
There. I understand.
Strike back.
Do you understand now?
It's so slow. As if. Can you see me? What a joke.
So what?
Strike back. What a joke. Incredible. No big deal.
What?
So slow. Incredible. Let's go. Let's go. Incredible. I'm ending this. No big deal.
What? You're going to find out in abundant detail about an even greater despair.
Sorry.
What?
So brave. Incredible. Sorry. Get it out.
This is it. Move. Get lost. Right.
Let's go.
I said, is that your full power? You can't block me.
Let's go. Is that it?
I'm telling you, it's pointless.
Is that it?
This struggle is pointless. I understand. Is that your full power? Very good.
No big deal. So slow. Incredible.
I will erase you.
Look at this.
What?
Incredible. As if. Incredible. Take this. This is over.
Regeneration is the greatest of my talents. I understand.
Strike back.
This struggle is pointless. I didn't think you would shatter so easily.
No destruction. Yes.
So what? You can't fly it.
That's it. Strike back.
What?
Orihime! What was it? What's going on up there?
Uryu! Can you take me outside the dome using your power? Can you? Please!
Do you understand now? No matter how similar your appearance or techniques may be to an Arrancar's, they're nonetheless as different as heaven and hell. Humans and Soul Reapers' motivations are clear. It's easy to see why they'd mimic Arrancars to increase their power. But despite all of your feeble attempts at imitation, you will never be our equals. I'm telling you, it's futile! Why won't you drop your sword? Even faced with such an insurmountable imbalance of power, you still believe you can actually defeat me?
What are you talking about, imbalance of power? What about it? Did you really believe that I was gonna give up or something? Why? Just because you're stronger than me? I knew that from the start. I was well aware that you're strong, but it doesn't matter. Knowing how powerful you are makes no difference when it comes to what needs to be done.
Nonsense, Ichigo Kurosaki. Those are the words of one who doesn't know what true despair is. But don't worry. I'll teach you. Observe well. This is what true despair looks like. Resurrección Segunda Etapa. Out of all the Espada,